Last week I reported about the Microsoft Activision-Blizzard deal going into a critical phase. Now, we are not out of the woods just yet, but a lot has happened since. Let's have a look. Hey guys, I'm James from the Omnic Post. I think by now everybody and their uncle knows that Microsoft is planning to buy Activision-Blizzard. This whole story started about 2 years ago, and last Tuesday on July 18th was the deadline for that deal. If Microsoft didn't manage to close it by then, they would have to pay Activision a whopping $3 billion, and Bobby could continue torturing all of these people for the rest of their careers. Well, no. He might have had to step down, but more about that in a second. But yeah, that deadline passed, and the deal did not close. Why didn't it close? Well, both the FTC in the US and the CMA in the UK objected Microsoft buying Activision-Blizzard. Check last week's video if you're not up to date on all of that. And as I reported last week, the FTC in the States lost their case. But much to everybody's surprise, they filed an appeal. The thing is that the restriction order they had on the deal, which blocked it, lapsed. And they didn't manage to extend it. In other words, Microsoft is free to close the deal. But as I kind of predicted, Microsoft chose not to close the deal because they want to get things squared first with the CMA over in the UK. In the end, they had too much to lose, and I think they might have felt like it was worth the wait. They must have known that they had a pretty big chance of fixing this quite fast. See, some suggest that the CMA was asked by the UK government to reconsider since it could potentially harm future investments in the UK. In other words, they thought it made them look silly. So early this week, Microsoft and the CMA managed to get a pause for the investigation approved till the end of August. So now they can start negotiating a deal. But what about that other deal deadline, the one that lapsed last Tuesday? Did Activision-Blizzard take those $3 billion? And is it game over for the deal? Well, clearly not. I think I would have started the video with that if that had been the case. That was a bad cliffhanger, wasn't it? Well, look, some people really thought Bobby Kotick was capable of doing this. And if that $3 billion had gone to his bank account, he would have. Definitely. But they're going to ABK, and if they had lapsed that deal and taken the $3 billion, they would have ruined the company. Even more. Their stock prices would have plummeted instantly. And at that point, Bobby Kotick is out anyways. In other words, both Microsoft and ABK have a lot to lose if this deal does not close. So that is why they agreed to extend the deadline till somewhere in October. But what is going to happen now? Well, Microsoft and ABK are going to spend the next 6 weeks talking to the CMA. And as soon as they have an agreement, the deal is going to close. And that should be happening before the end of August. At this point, experts give it a 95% chance of succeeding. But it has been a bumpy ride up till now, so let's see. I do have to say, this is the first time ever that I see fans of a certain company being so eager to see that company being sold to another party, and to Microsoft of all companies, which is very telling. I think we're all kind of done with Bobby and his crew. The thing is that going to save Blizzard? It is one of the most common questions I get from you guys, and the answer is not that simple. But we'll talk more about that when the deal eventually closes, hopefully by the end of next month. Alright, tell me in the comments which Microsoft versus Overwatch crossover they need to do first when this deal closes. Join me during my streams on twitch.tv/DamesTV and make sure to subscribe for more updates on Overwatch.